So, heat is a weird mechanic in my opinion. It's not weird in the gameplay side of things, right? In fact, it's very simple in that aspect. You just pop your heat and you do your thing. I know this, you know this, the dev team knows this. But it's weird in my opinion because I feel like we as the community, we can't reach a consensus concerning heat, right? Some, like, they want it to be removed from the game entirely. Like, meter, in my 3D fighter, what are you thinking, you know? Some, they just want it to be fine-tuned or nerfed in certain aspects, you know? Like heat consumption on certain moves like Devil Jin Hell Sweep or Reyna's X Heat Smash, which is now just a low heat move from stance, you know? And there are some who don't even want it to be changed. They don't view it as a problem. They just think the problem is like with the design philosophy and tracking and whatnot, and like the importance of combo damage and poking in the game. So out of curiosity, I asked myself what it would be like to completely remove this like essential part of the game, all other things being equal, like don't change anything else, just remove the heat. Would it like play like Tekken 7, or would it still be fast paced, you know? Will the matches still be so momentum dependent that whoever gets the first launch is almost guaranteed to win? Like, that's a big problem with Tekken 8, and especially Season 2, like, it's so momentum heavy. So, how would it play? That's the basic premise for this video, right? Tekken 8, no heat. Very simple, like, premise. But before we get into it, I'd have to explain some things about the video, right? So, for example, the heat itself, you know? It would have been nice if we could just like ignore the heat bar and just play normal Tekken, but we couldn't do that. And we couldn't do that because of heat engagers. And it's like, they didn't put them in some like useless moves to make them useful. They put them in already useful moves that we use a lot of the time, like King Forward 2-1, or Muscle Armor 2, or Harang RFF down for 3, you know, that new move, Black Kite, or even RFS back 3. You don't see it a lot of the time, but it's an important move, you know? And so, I don't know the first thing about modding a game, so like I couldn't make a mod or find a mod that removes heat from Tekken 8. So what we ultimately had to do was just waste our heat at the start of the round and just play normal Tekken afterward. So I sped up the process so you don't have to sit through it every time. But other than that, that's what we did to like circumvent heat, to remove it from the game. So that's about heat. Second of all, you might have wondered why I brought up King and Harang in the heat engager example, right? The reason for that is very simple. It's that I wanted the matches to be as advanced of a level as possible, and neither me nor my opponents picked up any secondary characters for Tekken 8, as of yet, at least. So I just thought that to keep the matches as interesting as possible, it would be better to just play our mains. The third thing that I want to explain is the format of the video itself. So I'm gonna show 9 matches in all, divided into 3 parts, 3 matches each. The first 3 games, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and let you form your own thoughts and opinions about how Tekken 8 without heat looks. Is it boring? Is it fun? Like, form your own thoughts. The second set of matches, so matches 4 through 6, I'm gonna do kind of a narrated commentary. I'm gonna try to explain some of my thoughts and some of my decisions, rather. Why I did something specific, or why I think my opponent did something in particular, to the best of my abilities, of course. For the last 3 games, I'm gonna give my opinions on playing Tekken 8 without heat. Did I like it? Did I dislike it? Is it boring? Is it interesting, you know? So yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoy it. Oh yeah, before we get into the matches, I would like to give a huge shout out to Shafai for agreeing to help me with what is basically just a huge fucking waste of time, you know? Playing Tekken 8 heatless, it's not going to make you better at the game, you're not going to learn anything practical from it. So please check his channel out. The effort he puts into his combo videos is second to none, and I can vouch for that. I think he's going to stream a bit more in the future, but I'm not sure. So if you have the time, please, and especially if you're a Harang main, right? Check him out, will ya? So without further ado, let's get into Tekken 8 Heatless. So this is the part of the video where I'm gonna do kind of a play-by-play analysis, you know, like narrated thoughts. But before I get into it, I have to give you a few headers. I've been playing this guy, Sapphire, for close to 17 years now, since Tekken 5, so he knows how I play and I know how he plays. If I had to give you a few ideas about him, is that first, he has amazing reflexes, like second to none. I've never met anyone who has better reflexes than him. And second, he steps a lot, so if you see me doing a lot of forward fours, that's why. A few things about me, I can turtle a lot, like hours on end. And second of all, I have like confidence in my reads, on my timings even. If you see me rip out like forward 2-1s raw, or random hop kicks, like and they land most of the time. It's not like I die because of them. A few times, but sure. So you can see right there, and there's a lot of matchup knowledge going on. You're gonna see me stepping a lot of things, and you're gonna see him stepping a lot of things too, namely 1-2-1. I don't know if that's happened yet. So you can see the forward fours now. Random jump with punish. I'm gonna do a lot of jabs because one, either he steps or he does quick counter hit moves or turn taking moves. You're gonna see that a lot. So yeah, muscle armor worked against Black Kite very much with the giant swing. That was a reflex thing. Landing 3, he whiffs. I could have launched that, but forward to 1 like is good enough. Blocked skyrocket. Forward 4, again, he loves stepping. I think he's gonna get used to it as we get into the matches, but right now he's getting hit by them. Amazing tracking on the muscle armor too. Do you see that? The 1-2-1 sidestep into back 3? That was crazy, and he does that a lot. I tried to adapt with down forward 3, which is one of the few moves that tracks to King's left to circumvent sidestep right. Another flamingo sidestep into up forward 4, LFS down forward 4. So you can see he steps a lot. I tried to stop it with homing moves, but like he's still gonna step and he's gonna launch punish. So so right now you're seeing this random combo that I did off of gut punch, and that's what I meant when I talked about timing. Like I can do random stuff and it lands most of the time. Sidestep 4 and down 3+4 are the moves that carried me to Bushin with Harang. I cannot like underestimate the importance of those moves. I could have launched that. I think I did down forward 2 because I was playing Harang at the time. I used to rank him up. Down 3-4. I don't know why he didn't go into flamingo offense, but yeah, giant swing works most of the time, I guess. Up forward 4 over the down jab. You're gonna see that a lot because it's built into my muscle memory to do down jab after flamingo stuff, and he deals with it pretty well, either with upward 4 or 3-4 out of RFS. Balcony break combo, he's not gonna get to the wall. Muscle armor works again, it's such a good move. I wonder why they didn't nerf it more in the patch, but a lot of things didn't get nerfed, so what am I even saying? Random hop kick, like again, the timings, they always work. I kill him with this ground break combo, but now we're underground, and this is way better for Harang, in my opinion at least, because of his wall splats. He keeps the offense with flamingo stuff, forward forward 3 into forward forward 4. I don't think that's a good move, Harang forward forward 4, but he uses it pretty well. Right now I'm gonna get to the wall with this combo. I remember it very well because I used it all of the time. New wall combo with King, it's so good. Into wall crush +6, I think. I have to do a deep analysis on this place right here, the 1-2-1-1-2.
1-2, 1-1 and 2.
Because I knew he couldn't sidestep. And out of frustration because he couldn't sidestep to his right, he tried to do back 3. I knew he was gonna do something, but I didn't think it was gonna be back 3, so I just opted to finish the string. Lo and behold, it hit. That's the kind of stuff that I talk about when I say that we've played a long time. So you can see that very deep, and it's not gonna show, especially in Tekken 8, because everything is so momentum heavy. And if we were playing with heat, it would have been like +9 at the wall, right up in your face. So you have to guess this throw mix-up or something, you know. In this like this part of the game without heat, it's apparent that like you use your brain to, for lack of a better words, you know. So aside from that, let's get back into the match. 1-1. I stopped to block 1-1-3-3, but he didn't do it either. So I low parried, but he delayed his timing, and I got hit with the down 3-4. I think it was floats off of. I think he did 3-4, but I'm not sure. Wall combo. I did let the forward 2-1 rip, but I did let it rip this time. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the wall, but no combo. He's gonna get his turn. I think he's gonna win this round too. Float with the 3-4. He's gonna get to the wall. Amazing combo. He has really good combos. Back 3. Watch for breakfast. I think I'm gonna lose this round too. Side step, get a punish, small punish because of flamingo jabs. They have huge recovery. I have to talk about this play he just did right now too. I whiff forward 2. He ducks forward 2-1. I don't commit to forward 2-1, and he option selects by going into the full crouch low down 4. So even if I did the 1, I would have gotten hit. If I didn't let it rip, I would have gotten hit too. So that's amazing awareness on his part, right? Let's get into the next round. Forward FF1 blocked, forward 4 blocked, a lot of homing moves. If he were in haste, he would have launched me there with the down back 4 counter hits. Flamingo offense, he doesn't get anything off of forward 1+2 trade. I get forward 1 counter hits, waifu, spacing. See, like, I don't think you would see that in Tekken 8 with heat a lot. He just hit me with the skyrocket there, but you can see that when we moved, gauging each other's patterns and stuff. I think he's gonna win this round too. Amazing duck on the forward 2-1. This is the only forward 2-1 that I think got blocked and punished. Tracking again on the muscle armor 2. I don't think it should track, but it does, so like, yay for me. Down back for counter hits again. I would have gotten killed if he were playing with heat. Wall carry, wall combo. I think I'm gonna do for again, no stop the run. Miss input, that was a giant swing. I could have blocked that, but again, forward 4, forward 1. Again, a lot of homing moves. You can see that. Flamingo offense, I sidestepped that, but I blocked because of the wall. It would have whiffed without the wall. Wall carry, not to the wall. I'm gonna lose this line. I have to talk about flamingo jabs, the recovery on them. I tried to punish this kind of stuff, but you just can't with flamingo jabs. And more power to him, you know, he's using his character's strength. But, like, you know, it happens. You just have to play with it. And what happens here is pretty interesting too, because my hop kick gets punished with 4-4-3. I don't know why he did the 3. I think right now he did 3 because he thought 4-4 would have killed. That's why he committed to the 3. I punish with while standing 2-2. So going into the next round, flamingo offense, forward 4, down forward 1, down forward 1, down forward 1 again. Small pokes, really small Tekken. I don't think you would see this a lot in Tekken 8 normally with heat. Then forward 3 to catch the side step, he steps the other way to make the down forward, next down forward 3 whiff. You know, small poking, side step down jab, I don't know why he did that. Gut punch gets punished. Jab to stop the offense. But he still wins the round. Forward 4 hits. Jabs could have been better. Oh man, I criticized him later after the matches because of what he did here. Jabs on hit +8 into back 3. That's a crazy thing to do, but it works, so you can't really criticize it, you know, as long as it works. Running 3 off axis hits into forward 3. Giant swing is amazing with when King's back is behind the wall. Throw break forward 4 because I knew he would step there. You can see it. He did a micro step, so forward 4 wasn't quick enough. But yeah, that's the kind of matchup knowledge I talk about. Killer shining, you didn't even see the dash there. Back 3 to punish the up forward 3. Another throw break, down forward 2 to stop his quick offense. Yeah, I have to talk about this one too. He does down 3-4, down back 3 into low parry to stop my down jab. He knew so well that I was gonna do a down jab there that he low parried instead of doing something else, like you know, any low crushing option. Trade, both airborne. Forward 4, forward 4. Flamingo offense, hop kick after RFS 4-3, the new move. And I get a float afterwards. I think I dropped this combo up FF2. I don't know why I got that. Forward 2 block. He low crushed rather my down jab again with the RFS up forward 4. Wall carry. Bad combo. Jaguar sprint 3 low hit. It's a really good move now. Yeah, so this is the kind of sidestepping that I don't think happens with Tekken 8 normally, you know? Shining Wizard, if I were in heat, it would have connected. I don't know if he would have broken the grab, but it would have hit. I step forward for a hop kick punish, gets me the round. You know, like these kind of matchup knowledge and opportune steps, you know? They don't happen a lot with Tekken 8 normally. I just try to stop him from going into his stuff, but to the best of my abilities, but sometimes you just can't stop the harangue, you know? While standing 1-4 into forward 4 is a frame trap with his new move. Punish on the hop kick, low pokes, I just get my stuff pushed in with the flamingo pressure. It happens, you know? Yeah, anyway, that's about it. I'm gonna let Future Magician take it away with his thoughts on Tekken 8 Heatless, and yeah. So, for the closing thoughts, I have 3 things to say about Tekken 8 Heatless. 1 bad thing and 2 good things. I guess I'll start with the bad thing, which is that it did feel kind of boring at times. In fact, me and Shafai, when we talked later, when we spoke in our first language, in Arabic, we agreed on the same word, which was dry. For example, we keep running into the same mix-ups. I do 1-2. Am I going to finish the string or do down forward 3? He does RFS 4-3 and I block. Is he going to do a flamingo jab or LFS back forward 3, you know? These are not the conventional mid-low mix-ups that Tekken 8 is filled to the brim with, but they're still mix-ups. But now there's no heat to change the tempo. Like now I have heat smash so he can't press carelessly, or my opponent is in heat so he can hit me with counter hit down back 4 for 75% health. You know, we complain about these things all the time, but if you radically remove all of them from the game, it just becomes dry. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just dry, it's boring. And now, for the first good thing, which I thought was like a breath of fresh air when I felt it, it's that not once in all of the games we played did it feel like a single player game. It never felt like I was forced to block for 5 business days. I could do it, but it was of my own decisions. I could turtle, you can call it turtling, not just blocking, you know? I always felt like I could do something. Sure, it might not be the best option, I might have lost the interaction there, but I know that, hey, if my opponent had done something else, something different, I would have won the interaction. And even if I do lose it, and this is another point, even if I guess wrong, the round is not over, I don't lose half health, you know? I can take many wrong guesses before I die. Even if I'm low, I can block, I can wait for my opponent to make a mistake and try to make a comeback, which you can't do with heat, with all the chip damage, and your opponent's always being +9 in front of your face and you can't make anything whiff, and you can't step anything. In that aspect, playing without heat, it felt amazing. For the second thing, the second good thing that I want to talk about, which I won't talk about a lot because it's simple, but it is still huge. You can feel it a lot when you play, trust me. It is like the gameplay feels great when it doesn't get cut off every 5 seconds with heat burst and heat smash and heat dash combos, which are longer than normal combos because of distance scaling on combos, you know? It might not seem like a lot, like 2 seconds here, 3 seconds there, but it adds up, and playing without those things, all of them at once, it felt great. So those were my general thoughts on the idea of playing Tekken 8 with no heat. And one thing I'm like 100% sure of right now is that you can't remove heat from Tekken 8. And that's the problem, right? Tekken 8 no heat is boring as fuck, but Tekken 8 with heat is still boring as shit for completely different polar reasons. So hypothetically, if I could somehow balance heat in this game, you know? If I could sneak into the Tekken team studio like a rodent of sorts and change a few things about heat without them noticing, it would be as simple as 2 or 3 tweaks. First off is to increase the heat consumption on most heat moves like a Devil Jin Hell Sweep in heat, like the one that launches front facing and not backwards for like half health. Or other things like Kuma Electric, you know, the really busted moves. Make it so that also make it so that past a certain point in the heat gauge, you're unable to do heat smash and heat dash, except if the enemy is in the air for some reason. Like when you have a third or a quarter of your bar left, you know, you have to have that before using heat smash or heat dash, because it's just overwhelming eating 3 to 4 mix-ups, and then you have to block heat smash only to be -9, or block heat dash which was gonna be 80 plus damage had you not guessed right, by the way. So yeah, make it so you can't use heat smash and heat dash on your last pixel of heat. Make it have an actual heat bar requirement, so you have to use it earlier on if you want it. Yeah, I think that's about it for now, and you know, I'm not gonna act like I know for sure that this is the best way to balance the heat, but at least it would be an honest attempt at balancing, instead of making heat burst and heat smash accessible from stances and stuff, and making heat smashes just heat moves. I'm talking about Shaheen's X heat smash, which is now just a heat move, or Reina's X low heat smash, you know what I'm talking about, the moves that don't use up all of your heat. That's some premium Season 2 kush, man, I'm telling you. So yeah, like and subscribe for more pseudo-scientific Tekken experiments, and see you next time. See you next time, bye! Imagine if they put like a Chloe as DLC, that would be crazy.